Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel Love It or More. This is going to be your July 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. It is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and I am keeping things very simple today with a Celtic cross. Before we begin, a nice little sound bowl just to tune into the energy. So if you'd like to take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Okay, Capricorn, let us see what July has in store for you. Using the Fountain Tarot. Now just cutting the deck. Okay, current energy is Four of Swords, healing, crossed by the Two of Swords, undecided about what to do. Conscious thoughts is a Two of Cups, a connection, close connection. Subconscious thoughts beneath you is Six of Cups, the past. Immediate, the past is Justice card. Future, King of Swords. Your attitude, the Devil. The environment, Ace of Coins. Shan't do it like that. Hopes and fears, Eight of Coins. And the outcome for July is the Magician. Very nice, very, very nice. Okay. Things I'm really been drawn to is this, the top and the bottom. This is in your conscious mind over here, Two of Cups. In your subconscious mind is Six of Cups. We've got two people there as well. So something from the past versus something in the current. It could be related to the same thing. Okay. I am just, because I know a couple of Capricorns, I know three Capricorns quite close to me, I'm naturally projecting based on what I know of them. So before I go ahead, I'm actually just going to clarify them so I don't present you with a biased situation here. Okay. Because this just screams actually every of those three close Capricorns I know, so I better just prevent any bias from happening here. Okay, so can we look at the Four of Swords, please, this healing card? Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to do all the clarifiers and then we will talk. Two of Swords, please. Seven of Pentacles. Two of Cups, please. Four of Swords want to jump out there again. Two of Cups, please. Thank you. Eight of Wands. Okay. Six of Cups, please. Judgment. Justice, please. Queen of Wands. King of Swords, please. Three of Pentacles. The Devil, please. Five of Pentacles. Ace of Coins, please. Six of Pentacles. That's nice. I like that. Eight of Coins. Oh, thank you. Four of Wands. Good. And the Magician, please. Okay, thank you. Can we get another one, please? That's the Three of Swords. Thank you. I'll take you. Knight of Cups and Ten of Wands. Okay, Capricorn. Right, the place that you're in now is actually a space of sort of healing where you really need to kind of rest and recoup over a situation. It could particularly be a situation about this other person, okay, and also the situation from the past. So you're wanting to be in a position of resting. It could even be that you are kind of feeling a bit poorly as well, and it seems to be that it's to do with, and it doesn't feel like your energy, it seems to do that it's the other person. I feel like it's this person. It could even be connected to, or it could all be the same person as well, okay. Now, if it is your energy that you are embracing at the moment, because you are, of course, Capricorn, it is about trying to be resourceful with what you have and trying to kind of, this to me feels very much about kind of just slowing things down and trying to do things very carefully and methodically and using the resources that you've got available to you to get the time out that you need, okay? The trouble is, what's crossing it is it feels like you've got this big decision that you need to make with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. And it's to do with, so you feel like you can't really take the mental break. Is that a blackbird? Oh, I don't think that's a crow. I think this is a blackbird. So I'm just quite excited about that because it's my spirit. It's my spirit animal. Blackbird is usually for me a very good omen. It depends on who you watch and who you read about whether, because it's quite a mystical bird, but the blackbird talks about having a real sort of psychic ability with certain things and very magical omens, something coming to light that you didn't see before, and it brings with it actually good news. So so that's really, really positive, I would say. But it feels like you're unable to really give yourself due diligence and your dues for kind of healing over a particular situation, because you're still having to you're still undecided about, because you have put so much work and effort into this, okay. So you kind of it's like, what do I do? I've got a situation here where I'm trying to sort of heal through a situation, but I've put so much effort and energy and time, and I haven't quite, perhaps I've reaped a bit of the harvest, but I haven't quite reaped the whole harvest. So I just want to get another card for that Two of Swords, please. Thank you. We've got conflict here, Queen of Cups, and Two of Cups again. Okay, so it could be that so for some of you it could be a situation where you're a bit undecided, because in one aspect you might have, this could definitely relate to a romance. In one aspect it could be that there's one person that you are very connected to and you feel a lot of love for, and you've put a lot of work into it, but there's just conflict there, so you don't know whether to go forward or not, but you've put a lot of energy into it. So it's like, do I move forward in this or don't I? It's about a significant other. Now, a significant other could be a work colleague, a business associate, it could be a family member, it could be someone that you're very, very close to, basically someone who is very, very important in your life, okay? So take it as it resonates, but it feels like it's all talking about the same person, okay? I'm feeling like that you are really trying to give yourself the time and the nourishment to gather, to fuel up and to gather yourself and to source information that's going to be very practical, to source out practical steps forward. But it feels like you're still undecided about what to do, and feels like you can't really relax, you can't really take time out until this situation is addressed. There's been conflict with someone who is very, very close to you. And how do you move with love? How do you move with the heart space? And I feel like you'd be very psychic, because we've got that blackbird there, and we've got the Queen of Cups here is also very psychic as well, or the cosmos there is too. So it's like you I'll get to there, but so it feels like you, because you have invested quite a bit, or you're prepared to go the distance with this significant other person, you don't know now which way to go. Okay. In your conscious mind, we've got this connection again with that Two of Cups. And in your conscious mind, you just want to go, go, go. Or things are perhaps happening too fast for you. Because we've got that Eight of Wands, which is like fast. It's victorious as well. But it's like there's so much happening so quickly. And you're kind of wanting to get on with it. You're wanting to kind of move it. But it feels a bit, I don't know why I want to say, it feels a bit sort of a forced energy. And if I look closely at this card, I don't know if you're going to see it, but I see faces in everything. Okay, so there's a man, there's a woman, and then there's she has her arm there and an arm there, but I almost see a child over there. So there's a child's face over there, almost. That's really bizarre. So maybe it's also bringing up either a child situation, maybe you're in a connection where there's a child involved. I'm also being drawn to say it's about looking at your inner child, okay? And how do you make fast, swift movements? So basically in your conscious mind, you're like, how do I make this connection as swift and as successful and victorious as possible, okay? But deep down in the recesses of your mind, with the Six of Cups here and the Judgment card, this is something to do with something from the past. So it could be this connection. It feels like it is this connection, but it feels like because there's a judgment that needs to be made. And you know that deep down, if you really were to look at it, there's a judgment that needs to be made. And the judgment is, do I stay or do I go? Do I stay in this with this significant other? Or and resurrect it, because judgment's all about resurrection, because they all rise from the coffins, you know. Or do I make the judgment call to kind of that this is over and this actually belongs in the past? Now in the immediate in the past here, you've got Justice and the Queen of Wands. So something has come to light for you. Justice talks about balance. It talks also about the legal system. It could also be a legal system to do with the Queen of Wands. Again, it could all be related to the same person. It's just this person would be inhabiting different energies, okay? Because we have all the court cards in our energy fields. It tends to kind of, we feel strongest at our own sort of zodiac sign, but we harness all of those energies all the time. But there's a situation in the past where someone was very, very fierce, feisty, deliberate, and bold, okay? Someone was very bold and feisty in the past, and that is now the thing that's come to balance. That's the thing that's come to almost like illumination, where the scales have been now centered and balanced with regards to that. Now justice doesn't come up unless there has been an injustice, all right? So if there's been something that's been a bit out of kilter with this significant other, it's now you're on a clean slate again, okay? That was in the past. Moving into the future, we've got the situation with the King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like it's going to be really important that you step into the King of Swords energy. Okay, it may mean that you require some expert advice from somebody else, but the King of Swords energy is that expert. He is a specialist of his field. He really takes care of the finer details, the small print, the facts, the figures, all of those sorts of things. He would be a legal representative, a financial advisor, he would be a police officer, doctor, anyone who's connected to a larger hierarchical kind of organization who knows what they're talking about. They specialize in their field. Okay, so you may be dealing with that in the future with regards to working on something again, going back over something that you perhaps thought was over and done with, but now you need to go back on it and you need to work with a few people, because we've got this collaboration card. This card also goes back, talks about going back and tweaking something that wasn't quite done properly. Okay, I feel like not only will you be gaining the help and the expertise from, I think, more than one person to go back on the situation, you may also need to get into this energy of just looking at the facts and the figures. Okay, now the King of Swords, he is he's not an unemotional guy. He is a very emotional person, just like every person is. People have emotions, we are human. But what he does is he kind of detaches himself from the emotions. Now remember, it's non-gender specific. He detaches himself from the emotions. He doesn't allow himself to get swept up in the emotions. And then he looks at the details. He looks at the details. And then he thinks about, okay, well, how can I go back on this? How can I work with others to figure this out? Now, it's not so nice to have your attitude as a devil clarified by the Five of Pentacles. But what I would say is that there is an attitude, because it feels like this connection that you've had has, well, for a start, you are undecided about it. You're not quite sure which way to go now, right? And you're not quite sure, well, I put so much into this, I wanted it to be good, I wanted it to really be victorious, but it hasn't. It's fallen to shit. Pardon my French, but that feels like the most appropriate word. And the devil puts you in that real kind of attitude of feeling that either you were imprisoned by a situation, bound by a situation, maybe bound to this person, but it feels kind of like it's an attitude of toxicity, which is also affecting not only perhaps for some people the money. Okay, so you could be getting a bit angry about money, but also about being kind of left out in the cold. Now, when we think about being left out in the cold, it's like that somebody has done something and not told the other person about it. And when it all comes to light, and perhaps maybe you've been in like subconsciously picking up on this, you know, because we've got the Six of Cups with that Judgment card. Maybe you kind of clocked the red flags along the way, but you didn't quite act on it. And so you may now be feeling that sense of, well, I wasn't told, I'm not connected with this, you kept that information from me, or you are not paying me the money that I need. It's anything to do with the Five of Pentacles energy, which is all about kind of feeling neglected, abandoned, left out in the cold, kind of that you are undeserving of things. And when you enter that frame of mind, you've got to be very careful, because you can start to believe it and it's not true. All it is that the devil can kind of just put an emotion to its extreme. Every emotion has a spectrum, okay? You have the lighter version of it, and then you have the devil version of it. And somewhere in the middle is where you kind of want to be, to really make the most out of it without it becoming too extreme. So it could even be that you are, it's affecting other aspects of your life. Perhaps you're drinking too much at the moment. Perhaps you are kind of like just overdoing it in many ways. Okay, so anything that's done too much into the extreme turns into the devil energy. So perhaps you can look, so it could even be your thought patterns. All right, so perhaps you can have a little scan of yourself over the month to see what am I doing that is out of my normal, that's a bit more extreme than my normal attitude and approach. Okay, and when you can figure those things out, then you can maybe try to find a way to just soften the blow for yourself. The really nice thing I have for you here is that in your environment, you've got a brand new beginning. It's the Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins can be a new job, a new opportunity to bring in more money. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new way of thinking. It's brand new, but because it's a pentacle, not only does it have it could have money attached, but it stands a test of time. As from all the aces there, which is a brand new start. The pentacle is the kind of most reliable. It goes the distance a bit more than any of the other ones. And it's clarified by the 6 of coins here. So I feel like there's going to be a brand new start coming for you. And with it, it's either going to be gifted to you through goodwill. So money is coming towards you and maybe gets you out of that 5 of Pentacles energy, because if there was a toxicity to do with feeling the pinch of finance, this is going to can change that around. Okay. For others of you, that new start is going to bring out the generous nature in yourself about giving to others, because this is a very ungiving card. This is a very kind of isolated card. And this is the total opposite. This is a very sharing card. Now, if you are in the receiving end of love, finance, gifts, and those sorts of things, it means you're working with a very kind of harmonious number 6. It means that you got that equal exchange, and it means that whatever you've received, it's because you've given out in the past. Okay, so that's how the world should really work. So your environment, you're starting to get little hints along July of you are recognized, you aren't isolated, you aren't abandoned, you do have enough, and it's going to be a total switch from as you start the month off. Okay, your hopes and fears is basically the same thing. You have the hope to sort of set yourself up a bit more solid in terms of your lifestyle moving forward. You want your you want your pillars upright, you want your feet on the ground, you want your home front kind of connected, founded, sourced, everything kind of in order. So and it's happiness. All right. Some of these can even refer to marriage cards or love. So it could be something that if you decide that with this significant other, that it is marriage material, that is a hope there too. But hard work is involved, okay? Now, for others of you, there's also the hope that you can kind of go the distance with the work that needs to be done with regards to the situation that involves this person. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the person, but perhaps it could be the aftermath of that person, or it's just getting back to the drawing board, doing your research, exploring your options, and putting the time in, putting the work in, because you're about to change up your world and basically your lifestyle, okay? Your home, even, all of those sorts of things. The fear now might be that do you have the energy to do so? Okay, because this has been a little bit of a trial for you. The outcome is the Magician. Now, it was clarified now the Magician is a person who manifests, is a master manifester, okay? He brings things into being through using all the tools available to him in beautiful synchronicity. But it was clarified by the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Swords there, which is that heartbreak card. So that's why I needed to do 2 other cards there. So no one in their right minds would manifest sadness or heartbreak. So with this situation, it means that you're trying to manifest yourself out of that, okay, and reach the end of it, to come out of it, because we've got the Knight of Cups and we've got the 10 of Swords. So it's like moving out of this. So either it could be bringing someone new into your life, okay, or it could be working with love to kind of finalize something, okay, because the 10 of Wands talks about the end of a cycle, okay, reaching the end of the road with either with somebody. It could be to do that you have actually now set up, without you even fully being conscious of it, you're setting the stage to make to create this situation to an end. So either the difficulty in the situation, so whatever heartbreak that you felt with this close connection, you're now bringing love to it to now end it, bring it to an end, or if you choose to stay with it, because the Judgment card is your decision. I can't make that decision for you. But what I can say is it's put you in a rough state. Okay. For others of you, it's going to be, okay, well, how do I turn this heartbreak into a positive? Okay. And then move on. All right. With my knowing that I've learned my lessons. So you're manifesting this turnaround situation. For me, looking at this here, I think because it's asking you to work quite hard, because it's asking you to get expert advice on the situation, and some assistance with others, working with others, because you're required to do all those things to get through the month, particularly because that Justice card is there, right? I would say that this connection that you felt you had was not as clear-cut as you would have thought. Okay, so it does feel like something has come to balance, something is either brought to light, and you've seen something in a new sort of way, and now that's why it brings this whole companion or whoever that person is for you. It's one person that you're dealing with over here, particularly. Not with those. These are other people that are helping you deal with the situation, right? But because we've got the Two of Swords here and the Six of Cups with the Judgment card, it is your decision what you decide to do. You can either resurrect the situation, but if you did, it would take you a lot of work, okay, and a lot of help from others. Or you can get the help that you need and the resources that you need, and you'll get the people who've got your back together to make you allow yourself to sort of distance yourself from this person and say goodbye. Okay, so I do feel that whatever is tripping you up with the devil energy, don't worry. Your environment is going to basically reveal the opposite. So as long as you don't get caught up in that energy over there too much, okay, you'll be able to see that there are offerings on the table. There are people who've got your back. You do have the support that you're looking for and that you need. Oh, Capricorn. Okay, so let us just get a oracle card just to close off the reading for you. What does Capricorn need to know for their highest good, please? Oh, we'll take that top one. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So this is basically telling me that what you're doing now, there's all divine planning in this. There's all, even if something has not gone according to your plan or how you thought it was going to go with this other person, there is divine orchestration at play here. And what you're actually doing, whether you realize it or not, you're actually laying foundations for the future. You're seeding the light. And when you seed the light, what you're doing is you are growing illumination. Light is illumination and information, isn't it? So you're seeding the light, and it's light as well. You're seeding the light for the future, and you're now kind of moving forward. You're growing illumination for the future. And so this is all divinely planned, really. This is all in your ultimate highest good, because it means that as you move forward, you are going to be very, very careful about what you're going to be laying certain foundations and certain boundaries of the best possible conditions to grow your new lifestyle moving forward. I wish you all the best, Capricorn. I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye.